Hello, and welcome to Echo Logic English, the podcast where English becomes easy, fun, and clear. Whether you're just starting your English journey or looking to take your skills to the next level, you're in the right place. This is the very first episode of our Listening Practice podcast series, designed to help you improve your listening, understanding, and writing through simple, real-life topics. In this podcast, you'll listen to native-style English made for your level. Then, you'll answer fun and short quizzes based on what you heard. Answering these questions will train your brain to listen better, think in English, and write more confidently. Each episode is based on a different English level, from A1 beginner all the way to C2 advanced. And every episode is divided into 4 short parts, each ending with 3 quiz questions. Don't forget to answer the quiz questions in the comments. If you're a beginner, your answer might help someone else just like you. I'll pin the best answer in every episode. We're creating a whole series of these podcasts to help learners like you, so be sure to stay connected. Now, let's begin today's topic. Today's episode is for A1 beginners. The topic is, why do we yawn? This is part 1. What is yawning? Blue Book, let's start. Yawning is when you open your mouth wide and take a deep breath. It usually happens when you are tired, sleepy, or even bored. We yawn when we need more air, or when we are not doing something interesting. It's something all humans do, and animals do it too. Have you seen a dog yawn? Or maybe a cat? Animals yawn just like we do. Now it's time for your quiz. Try to answer these questions based on what you just heard. Ready? Question 1. White heavy check mark yes or no. Do we open our mouths when we yawn? Question 2. Question mark why do people yawn? Because they are hungry. B. Because they are tired or bored. C. Because they are angry. Question 3. Writing hand, name one animal that yawns. Don't forget, write your answers in the comments section. This helps you practice your writing and also helps other learners see examples. And remember, the best answer will be pinned. Stay with us for part 2, where we'll talk about when do we yawn. And keep following for the full series. There's so much more to come at Echo Logic English. Don't forget, write your answers in the comments section. This helps you practice your writing and also helps other learners see examples. And remember, the best answer will be pinned. Part 2. When do we yawn? Let's continue. We usually yawn at certain times during the day. Most people yawn in the morning when they wake up. They also yawn at night, just before going to bed. Yawning is common when we feel sleepy. Our body feels slow, our eyes feel heavy, and we start to yawn. But yawning is not only about being tired. Sometimes, you yawn even if you're not sleepy. Why? Because you see someone else yawn. When we watch another person yawn, in real life or even in a video, our brain reacts. Suddenly, we feel like yawning too. Isn't that strange? This means yawning is not always about sleep. Sometimes it's about connection. Memo, now it's time for your quiz. Remember, listen carefully and try to write complete answers in the comments. Question 1. White heavy check mark true or false. We only yawn when we are very tired. Question 2. Question mark multiple choice. When do people usually yawn? A. After eating lunch. B. When they are angry. C. In the morning and at night. Question 3. Writing hand writing practice. Describe one moment when you yawn. Is it in the morning, at school, or when you're bored? Try to write 2 to 3 full sentences for your answer. Part 3. Why do we yawn? Simple science. Now let's talk about something interesting. Why do we yawn? Scientists have studied yawning for many years, but they still do not know the full answer. There are many ideas, but no one is 100% sure yet. One idea is this: yawning helps cool your brain. When we are hot or tired, our brain needs to calm down. Yawning brings in air, and the air cools the brain a little, like a tiny fan inside your head. Another idea is that yawning gives us more oxygen. When we are sleepy, we breathe slowly. Yawning makes us take a deep breath and brings in more air, which helps us feel awake again. So, is yawning good for us? Yes, it helps the brain, and it helps the body feel more ready. Even though scientists are not completely sure, they believe yawning is useful, not just a habit. Memo, let's move to your quiz now. Try to be as productive as possible. Give full answers if you can, and help each other in the comments. Question 1. White heavy check mark true or false. Yawning makes our brain hotter. Question 2. Question mark multiple choice. What is one possible reason we yawn? A. To eat faster. B. To bring more oxygen to the brain. C. To make noise when bored. Question 3. Writing handwriting practice. In your own words, explain why you think we yawn. Try to write at least 2 full sentences. You can start like this: I think we yawn because. Keep practicing in the comments. The more you write, the faster you improve. And don't worry if your English isn't perfect. This is your learning space. Speech balloon. I'll be reading your answers and pinning the most helpful ones so that others can learn from you too. Here's the final part of today's episode. Have you ever seen someone yawn? And then you started yawning too, even if you weren't tired? That's called contagious yawning. Contagious means something that can spread from one person to another, like yawns or even laughter. When we see someone yawn or even hear a yawn, our brain responds. Suddenly, we feel like yawning too, even if we're not sleepy. This happens more often with people we know well, like family, friends, or classmates. That's because our brain is good at copying emotions from people we care about. So, when your friend yawns, your brain says, "Hey, maybe I should do that too." It's one way we feel connected to others, even with something as small as a yawn. Pretty amazing, right? Memo time for your last quiz for this episode. Make it count. Try to give helpful answers in the comments. You never know who you might help. Question 1. White heavy check mark true or false. Contagious yawning happens more with strangers than family. Question 2. Question mark multiple choice. What does contagious mean in this episode? A. Something we eat. B. Something we copy or catch from others. C. Something we feel when it's cold. Question 3. Writing handwriting practice. Have you ever yawned after someone else? Tell your story in 2 or more sentences. You can begin like this: one time, I saw my friend yawn, and then. Clapping hands, amazing work. You've now finished all 4 parts of this A1 level episode on Why Do We Yawn? Now it's your turn to shine in the comments. Practice your writing, help others by sharing your ideas, and read different answers to learn even more. And remember, I'll be pinning the most helpful or creative answer from the comments below. We're just getting started. Many more English listening podcast episodes are coming soon here at Echo Logic English, from beginner to advanced. Stay connected and keep listening to grow stronger in English, step by step.